And in total, from this point of entry to where price is right now, we're sitting at about 378 pips to the upside. What's up, y'all? I hope you are doing well. Happy Sunday to you. I want to recap USD JPY, and then I want to take a look at Euro USD and GBP USD. So, taking a look at those two pairs and recapping where we were last week. When I did last week's analysis video, I was looking for a potential move to the upside on USD JPY, and we got it. Now, we got it, but we also had some drawdown on that move before we started to see it move up. So I know it can be kind of nerve-wracking, when you're sitting in a trade, it's in profit, and then it's not, because I think for me and my group, we looked at an entry back here. And so the stop was placed below the last low. I know a couple of them put the stop a little bit tighter and got stopped out. But my bias was still to the upside. So there was sometimes within the group, they're texting like, it's nerve-wracking to watch this. You're in profit 1 minute, and then in the next minute, you're not in profit. So we did eventually get that move to the upside. And in total, from this point of entry to where price is right now, we're sitting at about 378 pips to the upside. I believe what we're going to see is going to be a corrective move. If price does not hit this 142.2, I think we'll probably see a pullback and then a continuation to the upside. So I'm excited about this UJ trade. What I do want to look at is Euro USD first, and then we're going to mark up GU from start to finish. Now, what I was trying to explain to someone this week is that these pairs are either correlated or they're opposite of each other. And when we're trading a pair with a base USD, and you're looking at something that has quote USD, typically they're going to move opposite of each other. And so if we're long USD, then we're going to be USD JPY, then we need to be potentially looking for shorts on Euro USD, GBP USD. So I want to pull up my Euro USD chart, and I'm just going to show you guys what my thoughts are around this. And let me go up to a higher time frame. So my thoughts around Euro USD, I think we're going to see a pullback. Now, how I should have illustrated this, and let me fix this a little better first. Hold on, because my bias is to the downside. But you see, we're on the 4-hour chart. Price looks to be like it's about to stall out. I could see price pushing down a little bit before actually giving that stall out. And let me move this over. I hope y'all can see this. I'm sorry if you can't. Let me fix this out. Okay. So, and turn this yellow. I could see price stalling out before making a move to the upside and then selling off. Now, my bias again is to the downside overall on this move. If we do get the push to the downside where price loses momentum at that 118.127, I potentially may look for an opportunity to trade the reversal. I know some of y'all think I'm crazy for trading against the trend, but there's a nice amount of pips if we do get that. That's about 85 pips. But the ultimate move, like if you don't like trading reversals, the ultimate move is to the downside. And I believe this is for over 100. Yeah, about 200 pips to the downside. So now the D extension stops at 11040. I'm just inclined to believe that we're going to see price travel just a little bit further based on my overall markup. All right, so I want to go to GBP USD. Let's mark this up from start to finish. And this is the chart that I have that we're going to look at. And we're going to start off on the monthly. Now, I am using a multiple time frame analysis, right? And so I do look at every time frame, and I know a lot of people are like, if you're a scalper, you don't need to do this. I disagree respectfully. I think that every trader should know what's going on every time frame, so you know how long you have to scalp for. You're bullish for so many pips, or you're bearish for so many pips. So I think everybody should be doing this exercise. So, okay. Excuse me, I'm starting off on the monthly. And what I'm going to do is identify my key levels of support and resistance. And those are areas that price has a high probability to change directions. And it's support and resistance. And if you don't know about support and resistance, you should learn because it's highly important. Okay. So I'm just going through and identifying, and I'm eyeballing. I am using a platform that does give me the ability to go in and automate this process, but I like to do it manually just in case I don't have access to the system one day. And so that is what I have done. Let me see. Why can't I see anything to the left? Okay. So I'll go in, I'll check it in my smart toolbox. And so I'll go grab smart support. I missed one. Running my mouth. All right, so we're good there. And then I am going to go to smart resistance. And I got those two. I got this one, got that. Okay, so I'm good with this. So I'm going to turn off these tools. And then I'm going down to the weekly. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the same thing that I had done before. So I'm identifying my key levels of support and resistance. And so, again, these are high probability areas that price has the potential to reverse. All right. So, I think we have a level here. We already got this. I think I'm good. I think that's all I see thus far. Actually, I missed one. I see it now. No, that is not one. Okay. Let me just double check. Yep, we're good on the support. And on the resistance, I did miss several on the resistance. Okay, so now we're good. So I'm going to turn this off, and then I'm going to go down to the daily and do the same thing. So I'm looking left. I'm going to change this. And I think we're here. All right, now I'm going to double check this. I missed one. And I'm only going up to 5. I don't want my chart filled with a whole bunch of lines. So I'm going only to support 5. All right, now I'm going to go down to the 4 hour and do the same thing. See how easy this can be? Okay. So I got a level here. And this is the 4 hour. So at the open of the market, this will be considered a low, a swing low. So I'll take this. I'll take this. The system is not going to count this right now as a low, but I am. Okay. So now I just want to double check my work. I missed one. Actually, 2. Uh-oh. Thank God for this system. Okay. All right. So now that I've done that, I'm going back to the monthly. And now I want to see where I'm falling in my fib sequence. The first thing I want to see to the downside, this is an active fib. I don't think, well, we did. Okay. So if you are bearish, overall long term. This is the monthly chart, so this is not anything that's happening overnight. FYI, that would be your D extension, but I'm just marking that off so I note the trend since last year, September, has been to the upside. So I want to see the fib from the upside. And so what we have here is an A low, a B high, less than 38.2 pullback. Price stalls out. It looks to be stalling out at the 118.127. And so in this instance, long term, we may see price eventually sometime come back to at least this 1.16496 level. So let me delete this. And now we're going to go down to the weekly and see where we are. Now, I'm only interested in fibs to the upside right now. That's been the trend for the last year. We got the same setup. The A low, the B high. Actually, we don't. I'm sorry, I take that back. So we have the A low, the B high. Price pulled back to the 38.2, formed a monthly support. And it looks to have found resistance, daily resistance at this 1.3, I can't see the number here, but at this 1.32, I believe it is, level. So ultimately, the target, if it plays off this one, or if it plays off the 38.2, the ultimate target to the upside is 1.3391. Keep in mind, this is above the weekly support. So we found resistance at the daily level. We would have to break through daily, break through weekly to get to the D extension. So keep that in mind as we're moving through these charts. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going down to the daily, and I'm doing the same thing. I am doing the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and let me make sure I didn't miss. Okay. And I'm going to deploy my smart fib. And so what we have here, let me see if this actually hit the 38.2. So the low was 0.17. So it never hit the 38. Or did it? No, it never hit the 38.2. So there's possibility. This is 0.11. All right, so there's possibility we could see price come back to the downside on this if it can't break above and hit this D extension. Let's drill in just a little bit closer to see what we got going on too. So I'm gonna go to the 4. And I'm going to, for practice, so y'all can see how I run my fibs. I know I need to start over here, but I want to show you. Well, it did it for me. So I was wrong. So I clicked below my last low, deployed the smart fibs, and I'm looking here. A low, B high, shallow pullback. But price reached the D extension. What was that last week for this fib? And so now you're looking at a potential corrective structure. So short term, looking at this, and I could even see this is the focus. This is the leg of focus that we want to pay attention to, right? And so we have an A low, a B high, a shallow retracement here, less than 23.6. You got price losing momentum and formed or hit that daily resistance. And so I would anticipate that we're going to see price come at least to 1.2499. Is that right? Hold on. I might have the numbers, the pips off by maybe 10 or so, but at least to this level here. But looking at structure, my thought would be if price comes back at least to this 38.2, we probably can anticipate it to come back to this daily level at 1.23716, or even potentially further to the 618 area before we see it try to make a move to the upside. So, but for now, I'm only playing shorter term move, right? Because that has to happen before a longer term move. So I'm going to get rid of this fib. We're going to drill down. Now, typically, I don't go down to the hour to find my setups, but I think that I need to in this instance. And if I can get this fib off, we would be great. There we go. What I want to do though is I need to deploy my trend line. So I'm gonna go from swing low to swing low. I'm going to change this. I like a very clean chart. It's easy for me to read. And I want to double check my trend line. So, yep, we're good. I'm going to get rid of that. And then I am going to draw my other trend line based off of what I see. This is the last touch. So I'm going to draw from here to here. We're going to double check that that's correct. Yep, we're good. I can move it in just a little bit. All right. And then I'm going to deploy my most recent. And it looks to be, it might not be it. Let me delete this. Click from the last low. No, I got to go down. Okay. So I'm going to go down to the hour. And let me adjust this because I shouldn't be cutting through any candles. And click. Let me extend. I'm not going to leave this one on there though. I'm going to draw my own because these don't transfer down well. I just kind of use it as a guide, but that's okay. So now because I know my bias is to the downside, I'm going to look at the fibs to the downside, see if we've reached any extension and where my opportunity to get in might be. So let's see. I'm going to get my smart fib, click above the last high. All right, so that one has played out. So I'm going to the next high. There we go. Okay. So on the 4, we had, okay. And we were at a level of support. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm analyzing what I'm seeing. So I could see, it may not. So there's a couple things that could happen here. I could see a move like this. This to the 38.2 and then to the downside, to the D extension or to the daily support. For safe reasons, I would travel to the D extension. And let me move this over so I can see that. That is 223 pips. And then if you're anything like me and like to trade reversals, I trade wherever I see a setup. I see a potential for about 100 pips to the safe zone on this one. And then the move to the downside. So I think we could possibly see price come down, retest this 4-hour level. Or it could play off where it currently is right now and move to the upside. Now, looking at structure, we could very well see price go back to this 61.8 level before coming down. And for the sake of this, I'm getting rid of this trend line. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. That was kind of nasty. I'm sorry. So I could see price coming back to this 618 level. Potentially. I'm not saying that it will. So please don't quote me in saying that I said it will. I could see, looking at structure, this coming back to the 618 level and then testing that level before coming down and hitting the matching D extension. And that's a little more than 200 pips, maybe 210, 215. Or no, I moved my level up, so that's more than that. Come on, Casey. Yeah, 250 pips if we get it to play off that 618 level. So I would wait for price to retrace your potential entries. Now do your own analysis, but let me say my potential entries would be at this 38.2 or the 618. Now, people ask me all the time, like, I don't understand the orders. I've seen that comment a couple times this week on some of my videos. I don't understand the limit orders. This would be an instance in which you would use a limit order. And the reason that you would look at a limit order potentially is because price is below where you want to enter. And so you would not use a stop in this instance. You would use a limit. Price is below where you want to sell at. So you could go into your MT4, MT5, put in the parameters. If you want to enter at this 1293, you would set when price reaches 1.293, execute my trade. This is where I want my stop loss to be. And this is where I want my take profit to be. Or you could put it at the 129,633. I think that's 30 pip difference. So this is where you would enter your sell limit. Again, because price is below where you want to sell at, and you want to sell at a higher price. So you just tell the system, when price gets here, enter me into a trade. Okay, so those are my thoughts about GBP USD. You'll see that Euro USD and GP USD are very highly correlated, and so they move similarly. So my top trades for the week are going to be USD JPY and also Euro USD and GBP USD. And I hope that this has made sense to somebody and that you've gotten something from it and that it helps you. As always, do your own analysis as well. Don't just go off of what I am saying do. Go into the charts and make sure that it makes sense for you before you enter into a trade. Okay. And then if you're looking for a group of like-minded people, make sure that you go and click the link below the video that says join my Facebook Forex Mastermind community. We'd love to have you. It's a no-cost group where I do try to do periodic trainings in that group. And then if you're like, okay, Casey, I like the way you mark up charts and I want to learn how to do it, and you want to be a part of that smaller group that I do have, go check out the mini course, and then I break down for you how I do this. Okay. All right. So I'll see you guys on the next video. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I wish you a whole lot of pips. Bye.